Hi, Jason Benkis with Progressive Complete Health. Oftentimes I'm asked by people, where do I start when I go to exercise? And I always tell people that they need to build that base. They need to build that foundation before they can build that second story. No matter whether you're trying to exercise for the first time in 5 years or if it's your off season, if you're an athlete, if you're a runner. So how do you build that base? Well, you got to correct the problems, the underlying problems, before you can take it to the next level, so to speak. So you have to find muscle imbalances. And when I work with people one-on-one, what I do is I put them through an overhead squat assessment. It is something that the National Academy of Sports Medicine recognizes as one of the best ways to find muscle imbalances. I certainly do other tests as well, different strength tests, but this is the quickest way to find your muscle imbalances and know what muscles you need to stretch and what muscles you need to strengthen so you can build the perfect program so you can get on with your daily life without pain, or if you're trying to improve as an athlete. So the first thing I have people do is I have them do the squat assessment, and we're going to do it for you here today so you know what to do and you know what to look for. The proper form for a squat is feet underneath the hips. It used to be shoulder width, but new research demonstrates that your feet should be right underneath your hips. So feet go underneath the hips, arms go straight up in the air, they should be alongside your ears, and what you're doing is you're squatting. And as you squat, you're looking for a couple of different things. The first thing you're looking for starting from the feet is, do your feet turn out? If your feet turn out when you squat, that's going to tell you that there's some tightness in your calves. Next, you want to look at your knees. Do your knees move in or out? Admittedly, this is a little bit easier with shorts, but it's 30 degrees here in Chicago today, hence why I'm wearing the hat. But you want to look at, do your knees come in? Do your knees go out? Now, when your knees, if they're coming in, that's telling you that there is tightness in your adductors, and that tightness is pulling your knees in, it's pulling your leg in. Now, when you're squatting and your knees turn out, that's telling you that muscles in your glutes, your piriformis, the sides of your leg, are pulling that leg or pulling that knee outwards. So those are things that you need to work on. Secondly, we want to do 5 squats from a side view. So, again, feet underneath the hips, hands straight up in the air, and you're going to squat. And as you squat, things that you're looking for. Start with the low back. What does the low back do? Does the low back arch under like this? Does your butt go shooting out this way? If you've got that arch in your low back, what's normally tight is actually in your legs, in your, in your hips and in your low back, and it's pushing it under. The next thing that you're looking for is when you squat down, is there an excessive forward lean? Are you leaning forward? Or are you coming down with your back relatively straight? That tells you that there's muscle imbalances in the lower part of your leg. Even I have to still use my cheat sheet. So looking at the calves, the hamstring complex, all that rides up and pushes you forward, pushes your back forward. So that's another thing to look for. And the last thing to look for from the side view is, do your arms fall forward? If they're not staying up here like they should be, straight up alongside your ears, and they're falling forward, that tells you that there is some weakness in your rotator cuff and in your rhomboids, that they can't support the weight of your shoulders as you're coming down, and that you have tightness in your lats and in your lower trapezius. That tightness pushes everything forward. The last view that you want to do is from behind, or a posterior view. Now, what you're looking for here, when you squat, again 5 times, is do the heels come up? Again, looking to see if there's any issues with the calves. If your heels are coming up like this as you squat, do the feet turn in? The feet turn in could tell you that there's some problems within your ankles and you need to take care of those ankle problems. And lastly, when you're looking from behind, you're looking for an asymmetrical shift. And let me show you what that looks like. When you squat, either your body is coming down to the right or it's coming down to the left. Or does it come down completely straight? If it's shifting right, if it's shifting left, that means that you have tightness in one side and a weakness in the other, and it's pushing you in one way or the other. That can come from carrying children on one side as opposed to trying to alternate. That can come from carrying a bag or a purse. I carry a brief bag, I carry all sorts of equipment, so sometimes I'm prone to it as well. So check that out. Give yourself 5 squats from the front, from the side, from the back. And if you need a cheat sheet chart that shows you all the exercises that you need to do, you can check NASM's website, that's National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM.org, or contact me at jvenkis@goproveg.com, and I'll be happy to send you a PDF version of that cheat sheet that'll show you what you're looking for, what exercises you need to do, and what stretches you need to do. So until next time, may your life be filled with peace, balance, and harmony. Namaste.